And welcome everybody. We're going to be presenting Crystal Shawman, and here she is. We're talking about radiation. Hopefully, we're going to get a few people in here for a couple of minutes and do the Merry Christmas to everyone. So here she is. Come on in, Crystal Shawman. How you doing?
Hey, John, I'm okay. How are you?
Good, doing great. How are you?
As well
You
as can
doing?
be expected, I suppose.
Yeah. Are you doing any better at all? Or I know we only talked a couple of days ago, but are you seeing any improvement over time?
Yeah, it's gradual, but a bad thing just happened. A piece of my tooth broke off.
Oh
Now,
dear
why would
God,
that happen?
I have. Well, yeah.
Guess what? Yeah,
Yep. Yeah. Well, we know why.
yeah.
Yeah. These are symptoms of radiation poisoning.
So
Hey,
there's
Freedom
another
Grower,
thing. There's another
Travis.
thing I'm gonna have to deal with, unfortunately.
Yeah. I've had nasal issues for years because of the frequencies I've learned recently. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens is that gets to an infection, and that'll go right down into the root of the tooth, and then you start
Mm-hmm.
getting loose teeth. I've lost a couple teeth over the past few years due to that as well. Just constant bombardment. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this is just like a piece of it cracked off,
Oh wow.
a significant piece. I did send you an email with a
Mm-hmm.
PDF document.
Yep, I have that.
Um, I have run across some very good information even just since the last time we spoke, but
Yeah.
that's one of the things, and that document is awesome.
Okay.
So I can't
We'll,
see it,
yeah, we'll pull it up.
but you will probably want to go over it and look at some of the things in it because it's quite amazing. And the conclusion at the end of it, well, I'll just let you read that after you go through some of it.
Okay. Well, let's see
You'll
what
see
we've
what
got here.
that
Can you guys see
person's
that? Okay.
conclusion was.
PDF.
But I
Is that?
mean,
That's not
there
it.
was a lot of testing done, and so it has what looks to me like legitimate data in it
There is quite a
about.
lot. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because there is a lot of data out there on radiation. It's just not
Hmm.
shared, you know.
Right. Well, I like this because it's a PDF that anybody can look at.
So review on radiation. I'm going to say hello to everyone in chat. We got Freedom Grower, B. Freeman, Zoe Jane. We have Delaney Jones. How you doing? Delaney Pearl. Hi. Good to see you here. That's about it so far. Okay,
Hey,
Travis the Brick. How you doing?
yes, and I want to apologize. I cannot see the chat from here, so I'm going to apologize right now.
That's all right.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and also having a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too,
Yeah,
Crystal Shaman. Yeah.
thank you.
What's this? Get it fixed ASAP. Home dentistry glue or glue. I don't know. Maybe use it. Oh, B. Freeman. That's not nice. Use a Dremel.
It's
Doing great,
it,
Travis. It's
it's
like,
like one whole corner is came off. It's
yeah,
significant. So there is no fixing it
yeah. You probably,
myself.
yeah. You have to get that totally. Ah, wow. Another financial hit to you, of course.
Yeah, another thing to add to my list of all the things I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
maneuver through and handle at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I found another document as well on radiation or not radiation detox, but actually spike protein detox that I'll share later. Let me share this
Wow.
document in the chat. I think this will share right to YouTube. I'm not sure. You guys tell me if this shares to YouTube all right. Um, So let's take a look. Let's dive in and see what we've got. So we have cell tower radiation report table of contents. Okay. Advantages and disadvantages of cell phone technology. They're talking. Okay, they're talking about the ranges here that they're going to be using. Some of the ones that they are right here. 1.6 kilowatts. Okay, where are they getting up to? 3G. Let's see what they're analyzing. So they're analyzing here, it seems up to 3G so far.
Yeah, this document is from 2010.
Okay.
So even in 2010, consider that it's more powerful now.
Well, yeah, that was going to be my point. My next point was that yes, the radiation level would have increased significantly since then. Let's see. Okay, so radiation from cell towers, antenna 900 megahertz. Okay, carrier frequencies. There may be several carrier frequencies allotted to one, the upper limit of 6.2 megahertz. Okay. May transmit 10 to 20 watts of power, which is significant. Operations may transmit 50 to 100 watts, 200 to 400. We're getting up there. Okay, and there's their power density distance ratio. So that gives them a rating of how much power they have to pump into it to get it to go a certain distance. Distance 1, okay. Power density at a distance of meters, 500 drops to 318. So yeah, they have some credible evidence here. Seem to be going over the parameters of it. Radiation pattern of the antenna. Okay.
Yeah, this document is definitely legit. What I found interesting is the effect on humans.
Okay. Let's get to that then.
But you can read, go through the titles.
Yeah,
of
I want to see what they're.
um,
Yeah, I had to see
yeah.
what they were analyzing first.
Yeah.
That way we know what we're talking about. So they are talking up to 3G. International density limits. That's okay. So they've done a lot of research on this. Calculations. Let's check chat. Any questions in chat, guys? Why do they want to cook us like that? That's a good question, B. Freeman, when they could do so many different things with that technology.
Well, this document literally describes what it does to a human.
Okay.
As in that it compares it to a human being placed in a microwave oven.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's going to be like that, especially with the 5G, because of the power density they're going to have to put in. That's a small microwave aimed right at you.
Right. But I mean, it gets in it, even the few sentence, it says, it describes what it does to, how the human body is 70% water.
Yes.
And it tells which part of the body it starts microwaving.
Okay. Well,
You'll find that later on in there.
Okay. So there's the power density. I wonder what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see. Conversion. Measurements from various places. Yeah, I have an EMF meter coming, a dedicated EMF meter coming on Wednesday. And that happens to be the day that's the day they're supposed to flip the switch for 5G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
This.
well, a week from this Wednesday, though, right? Because today's the
Um,
25th.
oh, okay. Yeah. So, oh, I might be. Oh no, it's coming on the 5th. It's coming on January 5th. Is the
Yeah.
date? Yeah, that it's coming. So yeah, next week, not this Wednesday, but the one after. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are into the area biological effects of microwave radiation. Let's see here if we've missed anything. Measured levels. Okay, here we are. When a human body is exposed to the electromagnetic radiation, it absorbs radiation because the human body consists of 70% liquid. It is similar to that of cooking in a microwave oven, where the water in the food content is heated first. Microwave absorption effect is much more significant in the body by body parts, which contain more fluid, i.e., eyes and stuff. I have problems with vision, like the brain, which consists of about 90% water. The effect is more pronounced where the movement of fluid is less, for example, eye, brain, joints, heart, abdomen, etc. Also, human height is much greater than the wavelength of the cell tower transmitting frequencies. So there will be multiple resonances in the body, which create localized heating inside the body. This result in boils, drying up from the fluids around eyes, brain, joints, heart, abdomen, possibly mouth. There are several health hazards associated with cell phones and cell towers. Some of these are described in the following subsections. The blood-brain barrier, which we are well aware of. I believe it is 2.45 gigahertz. Let's see what they're saying here. So what have they got here? Cross-section of a brain from control group.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Brain from exposed group. So we've got holes. What do they call them? Albumin. Okay.
Albumin,
Yeah, albumin. Okay.
something like that. I
Normal
can't I
powder
can't
of
read it, so I'm
albumin.
sorry.
That's okay. It's hard for me to read too. It's rather blurry on the image. So let's check that out. Albumin. Albumin is a protein made by your liver. Helps keep fluid in your bloodstream so it doesn't leak into other tissues. It also carries various substances through your body, including hormones, vitamins, enzymes. Low albumin levels can indicate problem with your liver or kidneys. Okay. So it acts as a barrier. So it's trying to contain things, it seems. Okay. So these are rat brains, thankfully, not human brains. And, well, I'm still upset about the poor little rats.
But
Uh,
read the paragraph about what it says about the rat brain is like a human brain,
yeah. Where are
comparable.
we here? Um, let's see. Closer look at the cells within the brain also reveals exposed animals had scattered grouped. Is that the one, or am I right on the right one?
I don't know. I'm on my cell phone. I can't. I mean,
Okay.
it's like microscopic for
Yeah.
me, so I
Um,
can't read any of it.
Comparison from unexposed to exposed rats. Closer look at the cells within the brain also revealed that exposed animals had scattered and grouped dark neurons, often shrunken with loss of internal cell structures. Neural damage of this kind may not have immediate consequences, but in the long run, it may result in reduced brain reserve capacity that might be unveiled by other later neural diseases. It must be noted that the blood-brain barrier and neurons are the same in a rat and a human being. Is that okay?
Yes, that's it.
In another research, a single 2-hour exposure to a cell phone just once during a lifetime permanently damaged the blood-brain barrier. And on autopsy, 50 days later, was found to have damaged or destroyed up to 2% of the animal's brain cells, including cells in the area of the brain concerned with learning, memory, and movement. One exposure. A
Mm-hmm.
single 2-hour exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's brutal. Those are pretty cool, says Zoe Jane. What about the directed? These are not discussing those, Zoe Jane. These are just discussing the ambient radio waves that are being sent out at us. Um, they're everywhere. These have been everywhere for years. This is only discussing up to 3G. This does not include the effects of 4G and beyond. So yeah, this is scary stuff. Risk to pregnant women and children. Let's see. Permanent damaged brain barrier on autopsy. 50 days later was found to have damaged or destroyed up to 2% of the animal's brain cells, including risk of the area brain concerned with learning, movement, and memory. It's known that this barrier is damaged in Alzheimer's patients and Parkinson's disease. So there is a risk that disruption of this protection barrier may damage the brain. Now, in all honesty to the study, a human brain has much longer to repair itself than the rat brains that they are using, giving them 50 days. But the damage is significant, you know, and you have to consider that that's ongoing, and also that our brains are much bigger and much more dense than a rat brain. So the risk will be less, but it will still be significant. Children are more vulnerable to and pregnant women. Uh, Children are more vulnerable to cell phone radiation as they absorb the energy, uh, more energy than adults from the same phone, owing to their smaller head and brain size, as I was comparing with the rats. Thinner cranial bones and skin, thinner, more elastic ears, lower blood cell volume, as well as greater conductivity of nerve cell, and the energy penetrates more deeply, because they're smaller, like the rats. Tumors in the midbrain are more deadly in the temporal lobe. Children's cells produce more quickly than adults, which makes cancers more deadly. Their immune system is not well developed as adults, hence they're far less effective against fighting cancer growth. Children have longer lifetime exposure. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. So this is very interesting. It'd be good to find a newer study on the 4G and 5G. This is the app. I want one. Yeah, you don't want one of those energy weapons. I could design you one there, Zoe Jane. Test subjects, more likely they tested in Waco, Texas, South Indiana. Ambient sounds so nice and peaceful. Yeah. Ambient does fry us real bad, right, beef friend? So the dew has got to be worse. Yeah. LRAD. Yeah, that's right, Zoe. Friendly ambient radiance. Mountain Dew is proven to rot your teeth just as quick as shit. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, as adults, we have better protection because we have larger bodies and more tissue, better immune system, that type of thing. It can't hurt me. Fried my own brain. Wow. Hi, Desert Rose. Awesome to see you here, hon. So yeah, this is quite a study. 5-year-old child. Let's see where
Yeah,
it
there's
goes here.
even a section in there where
Infertility.
they
Yep.
tested in a lady's residence where she lived. She lived near something for 1 year and developed cancer. And they took readings in each of the rooms in her house
Mm-hmm.
or her apartment or whatever she lived in. And there's actually a grid that shows the floor plan of
Mm.
her place.
That's
But
in
yeah,
here.
this document, yes, this
Okay.
document has quite a lot of information in it.
Yeah, calcium ion release from cell membranes. That's interesting. DNA damage. Um, through the iron, yeah. Mitochondria through the iron, causing cellular damage. Interference with other gadgets, including pacemakers. Effects on stress proteins, heat shock proteins. Wow. Okay. Effects on skin. Let's see. Tinnitus and ear damage. This is prevalent in a lot of people here. You've been here for a few? Oh, okay. Awesome. Um, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, Desiree. Good to see you, hon. Merry Christmas. Let's go back here and keep going. Effects on skin, tinnitus and ear damage. We've been
Mm-hmm.
experiencing those for a few years, some of us. Effects on eyes, uveal melanoma. Yeah, I have experienced because I carry a meter with me. I have experienced what being in like a 30 or 40 zone is like. My vision clears up. I can see perfectly. There is
Wow.
absolutely nothing wrong with my vision. It's all the ambient radiation cooking my eyeballs. So,
Yes, I noticed that sometimes my vision is not very good, and then other times it won't be as bad.
yeah, one day we hit a 34 on our meter, and I could put my finger right up to my eyeball and see it perfectly. I could take it away. Every distance was perfect. No
Mm-hmm.
vision problems at all. Let's see here. Cell phone emissions weaken bones. Yep, because of the calcium. Um, wow. Yep, keep them as far away from your bottle as possible. Salivatory gland tumors. Wow. Gland cancer amongst residents in Ireland from 1970 to 2006 has been reported, linked to the use of mobile phones among salivary glands. Wow. Melatonin reductions, who reduced sleep. Yeah, since I started, I sleep under silver sheets, or well, they're nickel and copper. I have a lot less sleep problems. Sleep disorders, yep. They're also suggesting there's a beanie you can buy to sleep in. That's new from lambs. Neurodegenerative disease, wow. Yeah, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. These diseases are also involved with death of specific neurons and are classified as neurodegenerative diseases. People living near mobile phone base stations are also at risk of developing neuropsychiatric problems as headaches, memory loss, nausea, dizziness, tremors, muscle spasms, numbness, tingling, altered reflexes, muscle and joint pain, leg and foot pain, um, depression, sleep disturbances. Yep. And more severe reactions include seizures, paralysis, psychosis, and stroke. So yeah, that's those are spasms. Like there's a lot of people out there that have neurological diseases that I think a lot of them would be probably gone, if not even lessened, without all of this ambient radiation. Like
Mm-hmm.
my friend DJ talks, he's got I don't know the name of his disease, but it's a neurological disease, and he has spasms. Um, yeah, that would probably go away. Increase in cancer risk, yes. Let's see. Yep, definitely worse for young people. Epidemiological studies in various countries: France, Germany. Okay, what do we have? I love charts.
Bar chart.
Fatigue, yeah, fatigue, headaches, difficulty. Okay, so there's response of residents living in the area of a cellular base station in France. So they're showing an increase in the ambient radiation and symptoms going up, where you get up to fatigue, headaches, difficulty in concentration, memory loss, skin problems is the lower levels, movement difficulties, even. Wow. nausea, loss of appetite, cardiovascular problems, bearing disruptions, visual disruptions. Yep, there we go. Residence distance. Okay. So yeah, down here in the black, they're farther away. They're 300. Let's see, what's there? 300 meters away, and they to 10 to 50 meters, and you can see the increase just over that small distance of the symptoms and problems that people are having. That's incredible. It is exponential the closer you get. Israel, based on medical records of people living within 350 meters of a long-established phone mass, show a four-fold increase in incidence of cancer compared with the general population of Israel, and a tenfold increase in specifically among women compared with the surrounding locality further from the mass. Spain, wow, Sweden. Now we know about the famous study done by the American government where they allowed the German or the Russian government to irradiate several of their citizens who were in embassies in Russia. So let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Albie, how you doing? Oh yeah, let us wiggle. Yep, I wiggle at night because of all the ambient radiation. It sounds so nice, eh? Ambient radiation. Wonder if that isn't the purpose of flooding the environment with 5G. Yep. Might as well get used to it, because as soon as you take off your protective gear, your body won't have time to. I don't know. I don't know about that, Travis. I just don't take it off. That's what I do, Travis. But it can still get you. Why do you cough? I don't know why, Desert Rose. It could be I cough if I'm around vaccinated people. I find that my throat gets scratchy, and eventually, if I'm exposed to them long enough, I'll get chest pains. Let's see. So it causes headaches too. Yep. Just catching up on chat here. Weird containers on the high school here. Wow. Yeah, they're disguising 5G as all kinds of things too. So they can put it in a little pole. They can put it in almost anything. Forcefully wiggling. That's right, B. Freeman. Force shields from wiggling. No, I don't think so. All right. Haha. That's right there. That's science. Yep. So let's go back and see what else they say. Let's see here. Within 91 meters of a mobile tower. Let's see. So they're saying year of death, 2005. Breast cancer at 66. 2006, I can't read that, cancer. 48. Rectum cancer, 66. Cancer, 46. Breast cancer, 52. Cancer, 48. Liver cancer, 52. Throat cancer, 73. Spinal cord cancer, 17. Yeah, and that is actually the point there. Whoever put the comment, you might as well get used to it. You will never get used to it. It will always cause disease. And that's by design and how they use it. Because they don't use it in a straight, flat pattern. They use it all jumbled, jumping up and down, purposely. It's done on purpose so that you can't get used to it.
John, did you notice the name of the document is M-Wave?
Okay. Tell me the importance.
M. Up and down. M.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Up
Okay.
and
I see
down.
what you mean. Yeah.
M.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. There is no way to adapt to it or get used to it. That doesn't. It's not in the plan or design of it. It could be designed that way, possibly, but it hasn't been. So adverse effects on birds, animals, and environment. Electromagnetic radiation from cell phones and cell towers affects the birds, animals, plants, environment. Now, if you have many generations like the bugs that happen quickly, they may be able to adapt, but we live long lives. We can't. That's why the increase in cancer over the years, heart disease, and all the other diseases have been prevalent and are prevalent in modernized, industrialized countries. Um, like as far back as the 70s, there was a difference between the amount of disease in Canada compared to like the disease level in Africa, where they had far less disease, childhood disease, and adult and senior disease. But that slowly changed, and they're on their way catching up as they get the technologies in place that we have. So, effect on honeybees. Been quoted that Albert Einstein has said, "If the bee disappears from the surface of the earth, man would have no more than a few years to live." Maybe, maybe. I don't know if other bugs would fill the gaps or not. Effects on birds. Effects on mammals and amphibians. Yeah, poor amphibians. They suffer a lot, apparently. Um, which is good that they hang around in wooded areas because that kind of helps protect you. The plants do offer some protection. Apart from bees, birds, animals, electromagnetic radiation emanates from cell towers can also affect vegetables, crops, and plants in its vicinity. Studies shown definitive clues that the cell phone EMF can choke seeds, inhibit germination and root growth, thereby affecting the overall growth of agricultural crops and plants. Reduction in wheat and corn yield in the fields near high EMF lines has also been reported. Interesting. Possible solution to the ill effects of cell towers. So this will be good. That's good. Solutions is to have more numbers of cell towers with lesser transmitted power. I don't know if that's really a solution, but I'll have to go over this. Let's see. Repeaters, signal enhanced boosters may have to be installed wherever signal is weak. Um, Well, number one, they could reduce the power levels output in areas that would probably necessitate what he's talking about. But if you use technologies like 3G and 4G that do transmit long uh, lengths, it's not. So they're talking about adding small cells instead of
Yeah.
large
Yeah.
cells.
And
That could work. They
he
must have
does
done
say
the work
reduce
on it.
the strength of it as well, though, in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's important. We have our guidelines are way too high. Um, we don't. Our regulations are 600 times higher than that of China in Canada. I don't know what they are around the rest of the world, but we're pretty bad.
Canada's listed on one of the charts in here.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for it, but let's see. I remember which chart that was. That was up near the beginning. It's not a really long document. That's good though. Let's take a look at that chart. See where you guys are on it too. Here we are. No.
The chart I saw, the countries are listed on the right side of it. Right there, you just passed it. Go back.
This one?
See that chart there? Go back down.
Power
Look
density.
at those. Look at the top right square portion of that chart that you just passed.
Oh, okay,
What
there
is
we
on?
are. Oh, that's
Yeah.
hard to see. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I think Canada's in that one there, and I don't know if it's on any others, but
Let's see, it's letting me expand it. So let's see if we can get it to show better. No.
yeah, it's on the missing part. It's on that far
There we
right.
go. China, UK, Australia, Russia. No, it doesn't show Canada.
Okay, it must be a
It
different
says up at the
chart
top,
then.
Canada. Oh, okay. Canada, Japan, Canada, Germany, Japan, right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's our levels, I guess. Let's see. Power density. Yeah, we have a way higher power density than like China, who's under the line here. Wow. Who's the lowest here? Well, that's talking symptoms. New South Wales, Australia. And that's funny because that's actually one of the places that doesn't allow you um, to have a meter. You can't test for EMF radiation
Wow. They
in
they don't want you
Australia.
to know.
No, they don't. They definitely don't. Oops. So that's cool. Let's close that up. Oops. I don't know what I've done here. Let's see. Okay. So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't see the US. Oh, you're with me. You guys are all stuck in with me here at one of the highest power densities other than the UK, who has the highest. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the comments here. You got to poison the people, put them through the rigmarole so they'll be able to survive another planet like, say, Mars. Maybe, Travis. I don't know. I don't know.
Or it could just be Depop going
Yeah,
on.
could just be Depop there. The first people going to Mars will be working overtime as fertilizer, uh, like most things.
Well, their plan is to liquefy our body, remember? That's in their latest agenda
Is
plan
it
is
that
yes.
could be possible because
They want to like do something with our body and make us fertilizer. I think that's what Travis is talking about.
oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. That's at least an efficient use for us, right?
Yeah, use our bodies as fertilizer.
So we don't get ground up and used in Soylent Green. That's I don't know how I feel about that. You know.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's kind of bizarro.
Yeah. So let me just let me save that. I'm going to look up. I found a document today. Let me go to my favorites. How do I get to my favorites again? There we are. Bookmarks. There we go. Oops.
Before we go to something else,
Yep.
the conclusion the person came to, it's at the end, was that the
Okay.
strengths be reduced on this.
Yeah. And small cell units being used more dispersed much more widely, right?
Right. And it said some people might not be able to have service because the signal would not be strong enough. But this
Mm-hmm.
person thinks that they should reduce the strength. But you notice, the symptoms are the same as the other as the C word, you know, the
Yep.
thing we've been experiencing for 2 years. You know?
Yes. Yes, I did notice that. Yeah, I liked his idea, and having repeater units that um, dedicated repeater units is a safe way to go because it's point to point, right? And you're not broadcasting. And those work very well for small cell units. You could have a small street units along the street, and it would just be point to point communication for those, and you could run 1G or 2G, towers, which wouldn't be that as harmful, But yeah, he's got it a good idea. I think that we should change the technology altogether, but I don't know how to do that. So he's
Yeah,
got
and
some good ideas, but yeah,
I don't think you saw the picture where they took a picture of equipment on top of a building pointed at another building,
yeah, point to point.
and it's telling how much radiation the people in the other building are receiving because this equipment is pointed at the other building.
Yeah,
It's
I
further
didn't.
it's further back. There's a picture of it,
Okay,
and it actually literally shows dotted red lines as to how it's coming out of the equipment.
all right.
And I think that's the part where it's gets into somewhere in there about the lady who they know, you know, they're certain that her cancer was caused by this, you know.
Yeah, let's try and find that. Let's go and take a look here.
But it's a true photo. It's an actual photo. And then they've
Yeah, I
put
don't
red
remember
dotted
seeing the
lines on it
photo.
projecting out.
Okay, there we are. There's a photo of a house or a building.
I think you
Let's see
have to
if they
go
have any
further
other.
back. I
Okay,
don't know.
hang on. Go back up. Nope, that was it. They didn't show any red
Well,
dots, but they showed the building.
somewhere we've missed it. It was on there when I looked at it, but um
Okay, is that it there? Can you see the screen?
it
It's got an
shows a building
apartment
on the
building.
left and a building on the
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I've
And
got an apartment building on the left and a tower on it. And it's showing me a building on the right with all the towers on top of it. Let's see if
yeah,
we
I
can.
don't think that's exactly the one I'm thinking of because I know the one had red dash lines projecting
Okay,
kind of out
let
as
me
to
take a
kind
look.
of like showing you the direction that this equipment would go in, you know, but anyway,
Okay, for some
people
reason
get
that
the
didn't
gist of it.
didn't come through here.
Yeah,
All right.
people, I mean, I think everybody understands all of it
Yeah,
anyway, you know, pretty
yeah.
much.
Feel like we all need to get together before they confine us to COVID camps. Yeah, I don't know what if that would help at all, Albie. I don't know. Oh, I always wanted to grow fruits in the kids and scare them at the same time. uh, it's working when your vision blurs from vibrating your brain cavity with the old rolling R's, right? Uh, else got shroom coffins for shrooms grow off dead people. Oh, there you go, Travis. That's a good idea. Yeah, they could grow mushrooms on us. You can put a corpse in, and a tree grows out of it, and you become a tree. Oh, there we go. They could drop those out of planes and stuff. Saw university corpse farming. It's really nasty. Oh wow, that's terrible, guys. One of my trips, starting a fire in back of a friend's van, thought I was in the forest. He kicked me out. I guess so, Desert Rose. Uh, yeah, I don't want to be the mushrooms though. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys a document I found today. Um, Thank you for sharing that with us, Crystal. That's good information. And
You're
go over that
welcome.
document, guys. They don't offer any personal protection, but they do offer solutions for like government to do, but not for the
Yeah, well,
average
I
person.
mean, their solution to it is that it should not be as it is.
Yeah,
It should
which
be
is correct.
reduced.
It should be reduced.
That's their solution, is that we shouldn't have to try to protect ourselves from this, that it should be distributed in a manner that's safe for humans and animals and birds and everything else.
It
Then
should
we
be.
wouldn't, yeah,
Yeah.
then we wouldn't have to put up shields, you
Like
know?
we shouldn't be broadcasting into the forests. There's no need, right? You know, if you really need to go to the forest and have data, like I don't know, to me that should be a could be like a place where we could set up zones, like Wi-Fi free zones would be nice to have to allow people's bodies to recoup. I'm starting to get anxiety that we should begin organizing now. Maybe it's just over my overactive mind. Well, yeah, you could try, Albie. Um, I pet an imaginary dog for like 6 hours tripping on shrooms. Nice. Yeah, the smell of campfires is so good. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get out to the woods this weekend. It was raining today. I was going to take a trip to the woods where I do get lower exposure, drops by around 20, 30 points, oftentimes down to the 40s in my area. So it's a nice place to be for once in a while. Okay, this. But you guys can, if you have smartphones, you can get a meter on your phone that'll alert you. If you use the ElectroSmart, you can set an alert on it, and it'll alert you when you're getting higher doses of radiation from whatever source, somebody's phone, from a cell tower, somebody's router, anything. 7.5 people. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over this document again. And see, because it's got some good information in it. Be great to find one on 4G and 5G. Density power of Delhi.
We'll try putting that person's name in sometime that did
Yeah.
this to see if he has a more current one.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. So I'm going to share. This will just be quick. This is a document from Mercola. Um, Now, I haven't checked out Mercola, but I have checked out the information in this document. And it seems to be quite, it's good. It's a good document. So if you have COVID-19 or have received a COVID-19 injection, you may have dangerous spike proteins circulating in your body. Spike proteins can circulate in your body after infection or injection, causing damage to cells, tissues, and organs. The World Council for Health has released spike protein detox guides, which provide straightforward steps you can take to potentially lessen effects of spike proteins in your body. Um, spike hope. Spike protein inhibitors and neutralizers include pine needles, ivermectin, neem, N-acetylene, and glutathione. The top 10 spike protein detox essentials include vitamin D, C, nigella seed, quercetin, which I take myself, zinc as well, curcumin, which is from, damn, I'll come back to that one, milk thistle extract, NAC, ivermectin, and magnesium. Which root is that from? Curcumin is from curry powder. What's the main ingredient in curry powder? Having a brain fart at the moment.
Curry.
Turmeric. Curcumin is
Turmeric.
from turmeric. Yeah.
Can you send me that document in via
I,
email when you get a moment? Not right now,
yeah,
just
I
later.
will.
Thank you.
Well, okay. Why you should consider a spike protein detox. Spike proteins can circulate in your body after infection or injection, cause damage to cells, tissues. Spike protein is a deadly protein. Dr. Peter McCullough, who I know, and I don't remember if I trust him, but I do know his name. Um, an internist, cardiologist, and trained epidemiologist says in a video it may cause inflammation and clotting in any tissue which it accumulates. For instance, Pfizer's biodistribution study, which was used to determine where the injection substances end up in the body, showed COVID spike protein from the shots accumulated high quantities in the ovaries. Further, Japanese biodistribution study from Pfizer jab found that the vaccine particles moved from the injection site to the blood, after which circulating spike proteins are free to travel through the body, including to the ovaries, liver, neurological tissue, and other organs. Um, I can't say that. Um, you can read that. Spike protein has been linked to the words I can't say, such as blood clots, brain fog, organizing pneumonia, and myocarditis. It's probably responsible for the blah blah effects, even if you haven't had any of the symptoms, or have tested positive for blah blah, or experienced blah blah after the blah blah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Spike protein inhibitors and neutralizers. So here are some of them. So Prunella vulgaris, pine needles, emodin or neem oil, dandelion leaf extract, which apparently uh, is ivermectin, um, or one of the other things. So let's see what else they have. So N-acetylcysteine, I can't say that one, glutathione, fennel tea, star anise tea, St. John's wort, pine needle, comfrey leaf, vitamin C. So these are all good suggestions. Boswellia, dandelion leaf extract, black cumin, uh, curcumin, krill oil and other fatty acids, cinnamon, phystian, uh, apigenin, I can't say that one, quercetin, and resveratrol, suggested that one as well, lutein, vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, jasmine tea, spices, bay leaves, black pepper, nutmeg, sage. So lots of good herbal recommendations, which is great. Green tea, potatoes, and tubers. Blue-green algae, soybean, and acetylene, N-acetylcysteine, boswellia, 10 spike protein detox essentials. So here we have the essentials: vitamin D, vitamin C, NAC, ivermectin, nigella seed, quercetin, zinc, magnesium, curcumin, and milk thistle extract. So those are great for you. Ivermectin, they tell you all about these substances, where to get it, what it comes from, um, how much to take. So there's nothing left to question on this. Just roll through this because there's quite a few of them, everything that I read pretty much. But they give you all of the doses, the sources, where they come from, where to get them. So this is awesome, guys. So there's hope too for the vaccinated. We don't have to sit back and watch them die. We can try and help them, you know, share this document with them.
No,
Let
I
me.
have dandelion root, but I don't think I have dandelion leaf.
Yeah, and that's actually easy to get. Dandelion leaf tea. It's available everywhere, and dandelions grow pretty much everywhere too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the link for you guys. You can share it out or use it yourself, really, because if you've had COVID, they're claiming you'll have spike proteins. I don't know if that's true or not. Probably could be. That because of some of the toxins they've put out, that our bodies are now producing spike proteins. And there's also vaccine shedding that has an unknown effect on us. Bye bye. You leaving us, Zoe? No, we're not going to say bye bye to the people. We try to help the people. We're supposed to be loving, caring people, Zoe. This site's lame. Oh.
Also, if I could mention the radiation, the M wave document
Yep.
at the end you at the end of the document, it has all of the reference um, links, names,
Yep.
everything of where the information came from. So it has all of the supporting references as to where they got the information, you know?
Let's go down to the bottom. Yeah, lots of it.
Yeah. And you might notice that a lot of a lot of it came from NIH
Oh, that's
off
amazing.
of their website.
Yep, I see it right here. Uh, NML, NIH, government, right there.
Yeah,
References
it's in there more than
neurogenerative.
once.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's
that's just, I just stopped there and there it was. That was hilarious.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. Yep, there's more
So I find
NIH
it
right there.
interesting. Yeah, I find it
There.
very interesting that they got it straight off the NIH website.
Yeah, a lot of these a lot of these documents are the NIH. There's one. There's one. This is one. No, that's not one. But yeah, like 2 out of 5 here. Um, NIH, NIH. 3 of these, 3 or 4. NIH, 5, 6. Yeah, very few on that one. This one is not NIH. This one is. This one is. That one's not. But predominantly, yeah, most of the documents here are NIH. There's another NIH. There was a few here that weren't, but that seems to be the rarity.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was Zoe. It's always Zoe. Did she leave us? You didn't leave us, did you, Zoe? There's at least 3 Zoes. No, there's only one Zoe. She's 3 people. Zoe stalks herself. That's awesome. Well, that was really good information, guys. Um, I hope that helps you guys. I hope you can share this. I'm subscribed to a couple of um, websites that are currently undergoing court cases with the wireless networks in Canada and the U.S. and they are making some ground. So I don't know how well they'll do in the end, unless we have some type of a revolution. But they are making some ground. It's nice. Hi, Trey. Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, she did. Okay. All right. So, is there anything else you wanted to show us about this one?
Oh, no, not unless you want to scroll up slowly to see if we could see that one or two things I was looking for
Sure.
earlier, but
Yep, we can.
I'll see if I can recognize it.
Okay. Now go right up to the top then and go down. There we go. Because it was near the top that I saw the first pictures. So here we are in advantages and disadvantages of cell phone technology. Radiation from the cell tower. It's the radiation density. Go ahead.
In the left panel over there, does it have the topics?
Yeah, it's got the topics here.
Look for the one about cancer and find that in the document.
4.2 measurements on cancer.
That might be the area that I was looking for.
Okay, I'll go up a bit from there and then I'll go back down. There's the graph we used.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not.
Okay. There's a couple of graphs. Biological effects. There's the image of the brain, the rat brain.
Yeah, not the brain.
Now there are sections here that look like there might have been something, but it's not there.
It was there when I looked at it. I'm not sure why it did that. If there's something that's not visible.
Could just be how the
anymore.
pages are written, but infertility, calcium, iron, pacemakers, effects on skin, tinnitus and ear damage, effects on eyes, melanoma. Salivatory glands. That's an interesting one. I guess because most people are holding it up to their head too, right by their jaw. I guess their saliva glands get hammered. I never hold a phone up to my head.
Oh yeah.
I always use
Yeah, I avoid that all
speaker.
the time.
My wife holds it up to her head, and I yell at her every time. Get that thing away from your head. No, I'm not seeing a picture like you've described. It just I had the one that had the building. Now we're back into the appendix. Yeah, see, that was right up.
Yeah, I can't pull it up without knocking myself out of the panel.
Yeah. So here's the image we have. There's an apartment building on the left hand side of the picture, and then there's somebody's looks like a penthouse apartment with a bunch of cell towers above it. Let's see, a case study from Usha Kiran building in Mumbai. Through the help of the above typical radiation pattern, here it is, an arcing pattern. Let's analyze the news reported in midday Mumbai, dated January 3rd, which stated Mumbai's swanky Usha Kiran building says the 4 cancer cases there could be linked to the mobile towers installed on the facing Vijay apartments. The picture taken from the Usha Kiran building of the several antennae installed on the 7th floor of the Vijay apartment is shown in Figure 2. People living in the 6th and 7th and 8th floor in the opposite building will get a maximum radiation as they are in the main beam direction. People living on the other floors will receive lesser radiation as beam maxima is reduced considerably, as can be observed from the vertical radiation pattern in the horizontal direction. Again, people living in the front side of the antenna will receive much higher radiation compared to people living in the back side of the antenna. So they don't show lines, but they do show a picture of the buildings. Um, but it's well described there. The cell towers installed on the Vijar building, apartments, terrace at some road, Carmichael Road. Okay, so yeah, you can see a whole array of little emitters up on top, and I guess, oh yeah, okay, I do see a line. It's pointing across here to the like around the 6th to 8th floor. Okay, yeah, I see it kind of. It is hard to see
Okay.
though, but I do see it.
Yeah. I think when you just have it pulled up when you're not on the air, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, remove that. Okay. Cool. Got it. Yeah, I
So
hope you'll
yeah,
feel better
I
and get
mean,
better real quick, Crystal B. Freeman says.
well, thank you very much, B. Freeman.
Hi,
So,
Paula.
I mean, when you look at this document, it leaves you with no doubts whatsoever. You see?
No, and that you pointed out at the end there that a lot of the information that they rely on is brought to us by the NIH itself, the National Institute of Health.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is fun. Um, there are two Zoe Janes in here. Will the real Zoe Jane please stand up? She's gone.
Hello, Paula. I don't know which Paula's in there though.
Everything's a
Can't see the
psyop.
can't see the chat.
Who knows? I didn't do anything to warrant that. B. What happened? Oh. So, any questions, comments, guys? We don't have. This is, as I say, this document covers up to 3G, um, which means that everything from there on, pretty much just gets worse and worse. Worsening symptoms, worsening effects. Paula says, "Hi, Crystal." It's a typical thing of taking everyone's attention into yourself. What? Boosting your self worth or esteem? Okay.
Hey, Sister Paula. Love you.
There are two of the Zoes. The other one isn't talking exactly like her. Okay, so we've got a Zoe stalker. Okay, gotcha. All right. I think that's a good
I
point to cut it off at, unless you had anything else, because it's at an hour. It's a pretty
yeah,
digestible video for people.
I found a plethora of information, files, PDFs, all kinds of stuff last night. So
Okay. Well,
I
why don't we put
I go
something
on my
together?
little yeah, I go on my little windy path and I just end up finding stuff. I kind of like that, but then you get so much stuff that you can't look at all of it. But
Yeah. Do you have a computer?
I have a laptop, but probably I'm not going to have internet in my house much longer, and so I'll have to rely on my cell phone anyway,
Oh,
you know?
okay. I was going to say you could put together some links, some open tabs, and then you could share the tabs uh, through StreamYard.
Yeah, I mean, I it's my laptop is leaves a little bit to be desired,
Okay.
but you know, the sound on it whenever I'm um on a panel,
Yeah.
the sound on it is just awful, even if
Oh,
I have
okay.
earbuds in. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it's better if I'm on the laptop when I'm on a panel because I can see the chat.
Yeah.
My phone is so old that it just can't take the bandwidth. sometimes when I'm on a panel. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
but in any case, yeah,
Okay.
this is just the way my life is right now. So
Yeah,
I just have to get through this and maneuver through it and carry on,
yeah.
the best I
Well, we're,
can.
we're
So,
all praying for you, hoping you'll get better soon, quicker. But we're glad that you're on the mend, at least.
yes, well, thank you. I mean, like, you know, whenever your hair is falling out by the roots, and if your hair is down and not braided or put up, and it immediately tangles
Yeah,
massively within 2 hours of being down and not in a braid or a little knot in the back, um, that's not normal. That's not a
no, it's not.
virus.
And having a part of your tooth just chip off, that's not normal. The tooth
No.
infection and the infections that people are having. Like a young guy started working with us just a little while ago, and he said, "Oh yeah, I have an infection." I said, "How long you had that?" He goes, "Oh, a year." I look at him; he's got a bump on his cheek. I'm like, "Buddy, get your ass into the hospital." He had to be on a drip of antibiotics for 3 days to get that down. Uh, yeah, and that's from
So it was
EMF.
like an abscess. So it
Yeah,
was like an abscess place.
yep, yep. And yeah, that's right, Beefy. I mean, the infections are rampant. And it seems to start off with the nasal ear, like the nose, ears, and eyes, they're all connected. So you get an infection one, it's going to feel like it affects the others, and it can infect the others. Can travel to your teeth, to your all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Scotty boy, good to see you.
Hi, Scotty boy.
Oh, it's merry days. Absolutely. We have to keep ourselves lifted there, Scotty boy. That's the only way. Good formal protocol. What's that? I'll send her healer energy. If she is okay with that. Yeah. Love with you, Sister Krista, says Paula. Yeah,
Thank you,
we're all
Paula.
sending healing. Everyone's sending healing and love to you. Rose, I just did a quick look at the two Zoes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, considering that, and, I think I sent an email to Paula earlier, like, considering that I'm kind of like leaning real heavy towards this being exposure to radiation or some kind of frequency situation. Um, it's not an instant healing. It's very slow.
No. Yeah.
I am glad that I am better than I was, believe me,
Yes.
because I was in pretty sad shape. So, when your oxygen saturation is 63, that's the verge of death right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You did make it out from the brink. Do you have any underlying health conditions other like that affected, or were
Oh
you
yeah, it's
perfectly
it's
healthy?
no, it's taken everything that any kind of weakness I have had previously and it's just magnified it.
Yeah.
And they did a full body scan, and I mean there's a whole list of things that they have on there that I didn't even know I had, like an ulcer. It's just a whole long list.
Terrible. Yeah. That's
So
just terrible.
yeah, they're trying to claim that I was diabetic previously. Um, just all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah. We know they can disrupt the blood sugar level easily. That's uh, that's one of the first ones I actually learned of was that they could do that quite easily with 2 gigahertz. No
Mm-hmm.
problem.
Well, when you're in the hospital and they're giving you steroids, your blood sugar increases because of the steroids that makes them increase.
And they're going to
So
tell you,
that's when they were giving me all these insulin shots every day and all that. But they were they said that they claimed that I was already like a number 2 diabetic or whatever you call it,
yeah,
prior to getting ill. They said they
yeah,
looked at my blood and they looked at the blood cells. They did all these things that I was unaware of.
yeah,
A lady came in my room just out of the blue. They all just came in my room out of the blue. It was a 24/7 come in the room thing. It never
yeah.
stopped. But one day a lady came in there and she's like telling me all this stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, no one else has even mentioned anything about diabetes to me. Why,
Yeah, and
is this
you've been
total
under,
stranger?
and you go to a doctor regularly, don't you?
No, I had just gotten insurance and I had not even
Oh,
had a
okay.
chance to pick a PCP yet. And
Okay.
but I was seeing doctor after doctor after doctor in there because I was having to see all these rotation doctors because I did not have a PCP. But in
Yeah.
any case, she comes in and just made herself at home next to the hospital bed and had these papers and was giving me stuff and telling me that they studied seemed like she said the white blood cells or something. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly, but it was blood cells, and that they determined that I was already at this certain level of diabetes before I became ill. So I was like, okay.
Hadn't
But
had any symptoms of diabetes, did you? Before, previously?
well, I think probably a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm not like having an extreme case. But so basically, what I am doing is having to change what I eat because, you know, like I've been having like raw vegetables for breakfast. That's what I had yesterday
Good
morning
for
for
you.
breakfast, and that's what I had the day before yesterday for breakfast. So, you know,
Well,
trying to blend in.
you can put a sweet sauce on that. Uh, Help it out a little bit, maybe. Or you're just eating
Oh,
plain and
I was just
going.
eating it with a little bit of ranch dressing because that's the only way I can get that kind of stuff down. But
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
like it. It's good. It's tasty. So it's
Yeah.
like celery, cauliflower, broccoli,
Nice.
the baby carrots, little baby tiny tomatoes, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Good. Good. Now, onions are good for you too. Even yellow onions are actually good for you cooked. They have the most amount of quercetin in them when they're cooked. Actually, just
Hmm.
only yellow onions though. Other onions aren't
Yeah,
as good.
I have found that sometimes if I have something with raw onions on it, I get a headache from it. It's really
Yeah,
strange.
yeah. It's just that one type of onion. They're very common. They're the most common onion out there though. Yellow onions, when you cook them, they're very good for you cooked. So there's
Yeah.
something you can actually cook that's good for you. That's the only one I know of, though. But at least it's one.
That makes me think of those Vidalia onions. Aren't they yellow?
It's
They're
just
called
specific. Are they called yellow?
Vidalia.
I don't know. I know it's yellow onions. If it's got a nice, that yellowy skin that forms, not a white skin, red skin, got to be yellow. So
Yeah, I
yellow
think
skin
that
potato.
some of those yellow ones are called Vidalias,
Okay.
Vidalia,
Okay.
and they have a sweet kind of flavor to them.
Nice. Okay.
All right, well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and step off the panel.
Okay. Well, thank you
And
for sharing that information.
you're
That's
so welcome.
and your experience. Your experience is priceless to us because it's firsthand account, and it's following the exact line that we thought you know, what was going on out there. And
Mm-hmm.
it falls in line with it perfectly. And here's the evidence you've presented to us to show us, that they know what they're doing to us. Well, thank you very much
Yes.
again, and Merry Christmas to you.
Well, thank you, John. Merry Christmas to you and everyone else. Love you, John. Love everyone. And I will talk to you later.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.
Much love and
Bye-bye.
healing to you, hon.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That's what we've got from Crystal Shawman. I appreciate her. She sent me an email just a little while ago, and I thought we got to get this up. So there's the information for you guys. Any comments, questions? I'll give another couple minutes and we cut it off. Merry Christmas. Sounds good. Okay, so share that information out, guys. It's available there. I'll try to link it for you to the video. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'll give it a try. Yeah, she's getting better, B. Freeman. I hope she's okay too. She's got a lot of damage from that, but hopefully, with love and time, she'll get better. I'll rewatch. Okay. All right, guys. Much love to you all. Until next time, keep that third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Bye bye.